Now, how was the tour experience with Kevin Gates?
Man, hey, that was the best fucking experience of my life as far as with my own music, man. Shout out to Kevin Gates, man, because that's a real nigga, man, because he did something a lot of people won't do, you know what I'm saying? He took a chance and he put me out there. And it wasn't about him taking chances, he fucked with me, so he fucked with me. And that's how it's supposed to go when you're a real friend. And I ain't gonna even say a real friend because prior to the tour, I didn't know Kevin Gates personally. I just met Kevin Gates 2 weeks before that, and he was just at Lenny Smallz. I ran into him. You know what I'm saying? And we were mutual fans of each other. You know what I'm saying? So I was a fan of his character. He was a fan of my song. I was a fan of his personality. How I really keep. He was a fan of my song Whippin'. And we just clicked. And he put me on the tour. He blessed me with that, man. Every show was sold out, pre-sale tickets. Yeah, so it was a pretty big accomplishment for me. Outside the Chris Brown tour, that was probably the biggest thing.
Oh, you did Chris Brown's tour.
I mean Chris Brown album, I'm sorry,
Okay.
and video. And you know, every show was sold out, and it's good because it's crazy because by the time I left each city, I had a whole new group of fans, man, and they still keep up with me to this day.
Now, how many cities did you touch?
14, I believe. All of them sold out. Iowa, Pittsburgh, and then I went to New York for the first time in the middle of the tour, which is when I got the deal. We had a 2-day break, and I just said, fuck it. I gave my driver some extra, say, let's go to New York. I never been. We went the next day. We was in the office with RCA. It was crazy.
So you go on the 14-day tour. Wow, I thought you had the
No,
deal.
it wasn't a 14-day tour.
I mean, the 14-city tour.
Yeah.
So now, man, just me thinking, hindsight, looking at the situation, I thought you got the deal first, then they put you on tour. So you were actually on tour first, and while you're in the middle of the tour, you are able to strike the deal.
Exactly. Kevin Gates put me on that tour. Drake put me on that tour. Man, they 100, man. Shout out to my brother and my sister, man. Hey, man, and y'all beautiful kids, man, because that's who made that happen. My boy Gates said, hey, he said, Lucci, man, you tell me you recorded that Whip It yourself? I said, hell yeah. He said, so you can teach me how to do that? You gonna teach me how to do that shit? He said, what you gonna charge me for to teach me how to do that shit? I said, take me on that tour. And he kept it one. He said, Lucci, yo, you think I'm playing? I'm gonna show you I'm a real nigga. Me, he clicked over. Called them folks. Hey, I'm taking Solo Lucci on tour. Have you heard of Solo Lucci? The lady said, yep. I'm taking them on tour, put it together. Bam. The nigga said, Drake putting it together right now. My mama sent me the whole itinerary. I met him there. Shout out to BLR for sponsoring and supporting that though too. You know what I'm saying? I'm a real nigga. And they helped me in that case. That was some great exposure, you feel me? And Gates, man, you 100, boy. I'm telling you, I got you for life, baby.
Now, did you return the favor? Does he know how to record himself?
Now, we didn't even get a chance to record on the tour because it was so hectic. And even in our tour, he was leaving, going to other cities for shows and different things or whatever he had to go do. So that is something. Me and my baby mom was just sitting up talking about that. Gates, boy, I still got you, man. I'm waiting on you to come to Atlanta before I can feel my end of that bargain, brother. I got you, baby. I can't forget about you, man. One of the realest to me.
Now, let me ask you this. Now, you opened on the tour.
Yeah.
For somebody that's about to go on their first tour run, in a similar situation, opening on tour, what are some do's and don'ts?
Woo! The first thing, boy, get your breath up. Like, you have to have your stamina and your endurance. You have to have conditioning. Especially when you're an entertainer like me, because I'm a real entertainer. Like, when I perform, not to toot my own horn, so don't think I'm bragging and shit, but when I perform, bro, I work the whole stage. Like, I'm actually going to give you a real show. I'm not just jumping around rapping the songs. I'm introducing the songs in a clever manner. I'm closing out the songs in an even more clever manner. And as the song going, you're going to see a story unfold through my actions as well as through my words. I'm what you call a real entertainer. And I'm colder than a lot of these niggas, just facts, man. And I'm not popping my collar, I'm just telling you niggas the real.
Any other do's and don'ts?
Hey, the do's and don'ts is do you, don't do nobody else. do you, man. Look, you gotta have your endurance up, and you have to have a real show put together. Cause being on tour really showed me that. Cause my energy always been through the roof. Everybody is in love with my energy, but it takes more than that to be a complete artist. It's not just about energy. It's not just about lyrics. It's not just about performance, but it got to be cohesive. You feel me? It's about all of those wrapped in one. So watching Kevin, like I sit back and watched him after I performed and seen some things he was doing. And of course, I soaked it up like a sponge. I started doing certain things. I started thinking outside of the box. And I've been around Jock for so long, I already seen how he introduces songs, since a youngster. So I already had an idea, and I've been on tour with him. But the game changed so much, music used to change like once every year, now it's like once every 2 months and shit. The shit just gonna change. So I just been blessed to be around people like Tip and Gates and 2 Chainz and people like that I got to see how to move like my own boss. And they treated me that way. That's why I got so much respect for them 3 dudes right there for sure.
And to give Jock his credit, if no one's ever seen Jock perform, he is a very good entertainer.
Oh yeah, he gonna do his thing. He gonna show you how it go. Yeah, Jock a good entertainer.